I believe it's an overreaction. 2018, as I mentioned on the call this morning, was all about a foundational year for Dunkin'. When I came in here, one of the hallmarks of what I wanted to do was put in our blueprint for growth. It's a 5-year plan. I've been saying that for a while here. This was the first year. The things that we did last year, we feel like they planted the seeds for real transformation that are going to pay real results and growth for years to come. It started in Q1 with menu simplification that was all about some short-term pain for long-term gain. That opened up Q2 for some menu innovation, and we got into our first ever national value campaign. We purchased the app IP, and we brought that in-house. We got some new agencies, creative agencies in, and we rebranded a 70-year-old brand. All of that leading up to the Espresso launch here in Q4. So, look, we feel really good about what we put in place in 2018, and now it's 2019, and we're looking forward to the results that are going to get thrown off from that.
I love the frozen hot chocolate, I have to say, David. It's very, very good. Let's talk a little bit about the digital transformation. What percentage of your sales are now coming in through the digital app, and how do you expect that to grow over time?
Yeah, we're 12% of our sales come from loyalty and what we call our perks. And then within that, 3% is our mobile order and pay, what we call our on-to-go. So it's a huge piece of our business. It's where everyone is trying to get to. And like I said, we started and we got into this early 5 years ago. We rented it for a number of years, basically. And then last year, we made the decision to purchase the IP, bring it in-house. We felt it gave us more flexibility to do things. And so bringing that in-house was all part of the strategy of sowing the foundation. So it's a big part of where we're going.
Has the digital ordering met your expectations at 3%? Where would you like to see it you picked the time frame, 3 years, 5 years?
Look, we know that's a big part of how the consumer wants to use this, and it's all part of our unparalleled convenience. So we haven't made any public statements, but we know it's going to go north of that for sure. And so we've got a new head of digital in place here. She's excited about what we're laying in terms of the groundwork. We look to go into a test on multi-tender, which is just going to open the funnel for us. We're getting into things like guest checkout, which is the decoupling of perks, the loyalty program with On The Go. So we know this is all part of our super convenient strategy, and we're excited about what this is going to do for our business for years to come.
David, introducing Espresso is a big deal. Is that because your core customers are demanding it, or is that because you see an opportunity to peel off customers from Starbucks?
Look, the blueprint for growth was always about a positioning to move as a beverage-led on-the-go brand. And, we've always been number one in hot and iced drip coffee, and the natural evolution to that was to get into espresso. And so we made a big emphasis in Q4 to do installs of new equipment. We needed the new equipment to get the right quality and the right extraction from that bean. And so Q4 was about that launch, and our campaign was all about sipping is believing. And look, we accelerated out of the quarter. We've seen about a 200 basis points growth in the category for us. And I think the other headlines on that is we really like what we're seeing in terms of the consumer reaction. It skews younger. It skews towards the afternoon. We're getting new guests, and we're also getting that important switcher. Those people who switch from brand to brand, we get those switchers back as well. So we really like how that's performed over the first 10 weeks. We haven't seen any impact to speed, and I mentioned that on the call this morning. That was really important. Like I said, nobody's waking up wondering where they're going to get a latte, but where can they get a great Dunkin' latte at a great value in the marketplace at the speed of Dunkin'? We think that's our killer app and our winning formula. I'd
love an espresso right about now. We'll have to go down the street and pick one up. I want to talk about China a little bit. How are you tracking there? How tough is the competition, and what kind of traction do you have?
Yeah, great question, Tyler. I've spent a large part of my career in international, so I know that part of the world very well. I just got back from a 2-week trip in January over there. Our business had a solid year in 2018. We're really focused on the store experience, delivery, and channel. Those are the 3-in-1 strategy that we're focused on. And I would say in terms of China, we've got about 100 units over there, so it's not a material part of our business as yet. I'm excited. I've spent a lot of time in my previous role in China. I'm excited about that marketplace, but it just isn't, our business isn't big enough to have a material impact at this point.